Make sure to check that description for any articles I may be posting, and make sure that you're coming to your own conclusions, thinking for yourself. When is people are finally going to say that the Trump and media kind of back and forth is just kind of a soap opera? This is some days of our lives, back and forth nonsense, and it's never anything substantive or of that. It doesn't seem to add to the conversation, and that's kind of what I've noticed from following politics and keeping my finger on things. Is why sometimes you just watch the news and you're like, what are we getting from this? And you see that it is, Trump will say stuff and then the media will return it, and it's just kind of get clicks and eyeballs. And my idea, and that's their job. They're a news organization. They're trying to get clicks, but sometimes it's just so back and forth. There's so much drama. There's so much tone, intonation, and different, it's so dramatic at times. And you're like, what is going on? I mean, this has been one long, I don't know what you could say sitcom, you could say TV series, but I want to say soap opera because that's really what it is. You have backstabbing. You have Hillary Clinton turning on, Bernie, and there's who is it? I believe she was a CNN contributor at the time, Donna Brazil. We'll just say allegedly. Whenever I say anything about, somebody on the left, let's just say allegedly, because, I don't know, allegedly. A lot of sensitive souls left of center. And what I've found, not all, but a lot of sensitive souls left of center. They add to the soap opera. If there's a crying scene, we know who to cast. We know to cast for the crying scene. I was just kind of thinking about that woman, whoever she is. Probably this woman. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a badge of honor in her own circle. But, one of the important scenes in the Trump media soap opera is that woman wearing that, like, light green jacket on the election and, like, the cap going, no, no. But it didn't even sound like that. It was like her full lung yell where I think at some point, I don't even know. It was just like, it was just over dramatic. That woman probably thought, I don't know, that she was in a movie and this was like the closing scene, like the bad guys won, and then she immediately yells on the mountaintop or something, and then I don't know what happens. I guess another battle begins. I don't know. Yeah, that's how the movie ends, but before the next episode. But even it seems like anytime anything happens, any type of legislation tries to happen, it turns into this big ordeal, and it's this dramatic situation. Any election, it could be like the whatever district in, I don't know, it's like the farthest corner of the United States, in like the smallest district. But it could be this could be a sign that Trump is this is a referendum on Trump. Just a crazy thing, and I guess a little bit more serious. It's like, I don't think a lot of this is. I think things are turning into a referendum on Trump. But I think in the very beginning, and I mean, even still now, I think Democrats could actually win things if they just calm down a bit. I mean, and just a bit. I mean, just, you don't have to, change your outlook on so many things, but just to calm down and be a little bit more even keeled on things. But it's 10 all the time. Everything's ratcheted up to 10 all the. The big question is, when will the soap opera ever really end? Even if he's out of office, will they still be going? That's one thing I think about. Is hopefully when Trump's presidency or presidencies are over, it seems like, hopefully he will fade into the background and not continue to be a voice, because I think other presidents have done a good job of that, especially George W. Bush, of just going into the background and taking a little bit more of a quiet life and letting the next president be the president. But I think Trump is going to have a very hard time with just being quiet when things happen. So How will the soap opera end? We do not know. But one thing for sure is it is definitely a soap opera-esque type relationship between, the media and Trump.